Hey guys, thanks for tuning in for today's video. It's Ryan with DP Marketing.Services. If you don't know who we are, if this is your first time seeing this video, we do marketing for plumbing and HVAC shops. Thanks for tuning in. Today's video is something that when we see a lot of chatter on Facebook groups, or a lot of times prospects will reach out to us and they'll have questions. There's a lot of misunderstanding about how advertising works and what it is. And so just thought we'd click. I did write a book on this subject, by the way. I don't have it with me, unfortunately. Sorry. If it'd be helpful, I'll put a link in the description. But the trick is just like your job, advertising has different tools for different jobs, right? So you don't use the same tool over and over and over. You don't show up to every job with only a hammer, thinking a hammer is going to help you replace a garbage disposal or whatever, right? That's just not the nature of tools. You show up, you make sure you have good tools, you make sure you have the right tools, and you make sure you know how to use the tools. Otherwise, everything else is going to be really, really hard. I guess you could replace a garbage disposal with a hammer. Don't do it at my house. So the idea is with marketing, you have several channels, and a lot of them, I wonder if I could just actually draw. A lot of them come down to where you are in what's called the conversion funnel. Here, let me move this microphone a little bit closer. So this, we've talked about this before. I do talk about it in the book, but this is something to really understand. Every decision that you make or your customer makes always go through this process without exception. I don't care if you're buying a new bike or looking for an HVAC contractor or trying on a new pair of shoes, you're going through this. Here's how it works. So top, you break it into fourths. Top part right here is called awareness. Sorry guys, my handwriting sucks. I admit that it sucks. Don't make fun of me, please. Awareness, people just know you exist, right? They're not a customer, they're not a lead, you're getting in front of them. Good marketing channels for the awareness are going to be things like TV, billboard, and radio. Sometimes they're called mass media. Mass media is good. It's not targeting, right? It's just you have ears, you have eyeballs, we're going to get in front of you. The amount of direct leads you'll generate from that process is not going to be enough by itself. It's just not the way that it's set up to convert. That doesn't mean it's useless. It just means it has a different role to play in the entire funnel. This next part here is called interest. Interest is I know you exist. I'm mindful of you. Hey, I've been looking for someone to talk to about a tankless water heater. Cool, I'll keep you in mind. Not a lead, not a customer, but at least you're on their radar, okay? Good things here are gonna be things, some sorts of direct mail would be good. Home shows, Facebook is really good at the interest stage. Those things are gonna be good for you there. Other options would be better suited for the next thing, which is gonna be preference. It's gonna abbreviate. Preference is exactly what it sounds like. Of all the options, I prefer to use you, even if I've got to wait an extra day or I've got to pay a little bit more. Preference is really strong. It's really powerful. Still not a customer, right? But they prefer you. They prefer to pay a little bit more for a better steak. They prefer to go to the other side of town to go to this other restaurant. Whatever it is, preference determines where the dollar goes. Things that are going to be good here are different sorts of channels that keep people sort of engaged and mindful of you. There's all sorts of ways to do that one. And the last one is called conversion. And conversion's fundamentally just where the dollar changes hands. So that's where the customer is. These things are bottom of the funnel, so they tend to be crisis mode. So things here are going to be things that are directly what people are doing when they're making a crisis decision. So statistically speaking, that's going to be Google. And in Google, that's going to be a combination of paid search, which is either going to be AdWords, Google Local Services, be a combination of the map section, which is based on reputation, reviews, proximity, and SEO, which at our current knowledge of Google's algorithm, it's about 213 known factors to influence SEO. That said, those three things are where people go. Statistically, 86% of the people go to Google. So if you're looking at the lion's share of the market, Google should be a part of this bottom of the funnel strategy. So the trick is, don't think that putting a Facebook ad out will get you service work, because people don't go to Facebook when they have a problem. They go to Facebook when they're bored at their job and they're killing time, or they're sitting on their couch. People have different behaviors based on whatever they're doing. So Facebook should not be about call us now for same-day service, because they probably don't care. Now, Facebook would be good for a low cost offer, free in-home water testing, like something like that, where it's like, oh, cool, they don't need it, but it's enough for them to pull the trigger. It kind of gets them off guard. Those sort of triggers do work well with Facebook. But yeah, the trick is when you do marketing, and frankly, I am talking about marketing broadly, right? It could be AdWords, it could be website, it could be billboard, it could be TV, it could be sponsoring those like TVs and those menus at your local Mexican restaurant. It doesn't matter. Make sure you use the right tool for the right job. Make sure you understand what the expected impact of that job is, or of that channel is, because everything else will make it easier. So billboard, it'd be a leap in logic, in my opinion, to go, hey, you're going to see somebody go from here to here. That doesn't often work. Instead, what you would try to measure is, can you go from here to here? Can you just move them one step down the funnel? Can you get them to sign up to a mailing list? Can you get them to sign up to a blog? Can you get them to like you on Facebook? Can you do something that drops them down? If you can get people to drop down, you'll be great. There is, by the way, I'm trying to keep this video short, there's this whole section below the funnel, which is really, really important. We're not going to talk about that now, but that's after they're a customer, keeping them engaged, keeping them loyal, keeping them happy, keeping them satisfied, that a lot of businesses, successful, smart businesses, love to grow with this segment. But if you're still trying to build, you have to keep these things in mind. Just be mindful that every marketing channel you do has a different job. Make sure you understand where in the funnel you're trying to target. Just don't think everything's going to make a lead. And just because it doesn't make a lead doesn't mean that it doesn't have value. So a little bit academic, but I wanted to throw this out there, see what you think. Let me know. I always love seeing comments and feedback. So let me know what your thoughts are. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. As always, guys, follow us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and we'll catch up next time. See ya.